Hi guys, in previous video we got to know how to write the Xpath using the text context which is available. So as I was speaking, there is a little bit of disadvantage using the text method. We will get to know what that disadvantage is. See, I will inspect this forgotten password link and again for safety purpose I'll take the inspector and click on this. Please observe here, when I double click on this forgotten password text, you are not able to see any extra spaces towards the left and no extra space towards the right as well. So in this case, there will not be any problem. I'll show you. See, double forward slash tag name is A. Open and close the square bracket. Text function is equal to within single quotes forgotten password. See, even if I copy paste also, there is no any extra space towards the left and right. If I copy and search this XPath, you can see that the search result is 1 out of 1. But sometimes there will be extra spaces towards the left and right which causes the problem. Like for example, go to amazon.in website and scroll down to this bottom of the page. You will be able to see this back to top button. Inspect this back to top button and don't get confused if the page is not in this page. You are not able to see the back to top. You are already on the same HTML tag itself. But if you get confused, scroll down, again click on inspector and click on this button. You will be able to see the same thing. But observe here, there is something called back to top text. If you double click on it, see, there are so many extra spaces towards the left and so many extra spaces towards the right. From the right, the space is not from here to here. It is from here to here and from here to here. So you are not able to count how many spaces are there. As I said in the previous video, when you are using a text function, each and everything should be sequential and each and everything should be included, including the spaces as well. So what if I copy this text and what if I write a XPath for this? See, double forward slash. The tag name is span, S-P-A-N. Open and close the square bracket. Text function is equal to within single quotes copy pasted. See how the XPath is? It's not looking correct. So if I copy and search it, you can see that the results are 0 out of 0 because when I copied this, only a partial amount of spaces are copied. You are not able to copy the entire space. So one by one, you are adding and checking. This is a very tedious job. Okay, na? I have a solution how to resolve this. Yes, you might be thinking that this is not looking proper. This is why it looks like this. Okay, let's try this also. Double forward slash span of text function is equal to within single quotes. Let's copy only the text as of now. Let's copy only the text and let's check whether it is working or not. This will absolutely not work. 0 out of 0 result. So what to do in this case? I have already told you, if you are not using any spaces, if you are using only text, means you are using some partial thing over here without any extra space towards the left and right. That means, of course, yes, you can use the contains method. Span of contains method. Inside the contains method, text method. And make sure that if you are not using contains method, you will use a equal symbol. And if you are using a contains method, after text function, you do not have to write equal to. Instead of equal to, you have to write comma. And within single quotes, mention this partial text, which is back to top, or else back to, or else top itself. Anything is fine. Just the partial amount of text. 1 out of 1 result. But as I told, without using this text method also and without using this contains method also, we can resolve this issue. How to resolve it? There is some other method called normalize-space. See, normalize-space method. Okay, na? Write equal to, and within single quotes, you do not have to worry about the spaces towards the right and you do not have to worry about the spaces towards the left. Only the spaces between the text is mandatory or compulsory. Rest everything, you do not have to worry about the spaces towards the left and right. Just copy the entire text. Make sure that entire text is copied. Copy and paste it. Now let's check. As you can see, the result is 1 out of 1. So I told you that you have to copy paste the entire text. So what if I add some spaces towards the left or right? What happens in this case? The page got reloaded. Please wait. Okay. What if I add some extra space towards the left or right? In this case, please observe Control F. The result is 0 out of 0. And here, this XPath was working correctly. 1 out of 1. What if you add some extra space in between? You are adding some extra thing which is going to break the XPath. It will not work. And what if you remove remove the spaces which are available? See, if you remove the spaces that are available between the text, it will still not work. And what if you add only the partial thing like back again, it is not going to work. Okay, na? So as I explained you, double forward slash span. If you are using a text function, you have to copy the entire text. If similarly, if you are using a normalize hyphen space function, you have to mandatorily use the entire text. Then what is the difference then? What is the use of text function and what is the use of normalize hyphen space function? Yes, there are differences. Text function, please do not use because there are chances that in the web page there might be some extra spaces towards the left and right. By using the text function, it will not work. It might break. So use normalize hyphen space. Then when to use the text function? Whenever you are using a contains method, however you are using a partial thing, right? So inside that you can use the text method. Yes, you can also use the normalize hyphen space inside the contains as well. But whenever you are using a partial thing, just use the text function. I will write few XPath using text method, normalize hyphen space method, and use alongside with the contains for both of them. Let's do that. Let's go back to this Facebook website and let's click on this forgotten password link and can see that there is one text function over here. Double forward slash, the tag name is A, open and close the square bracket, text function is equal to within single quotes forgotten password. This you can use. And there is one more thing called double forward slash A of normalize hyphen space method is equal to within single quotes. This also use. Then when to go for which one? Please prefer this XPath. Do not use a text function. One thing is, if you are using a contains method, then go for text function. Another thing is, if the text context is consisting of only one single word, then please go for text function itself. Because it is only just a one word, then again, even if there is one word also, please go for normalize hyphen space. Trust me, if there are some extra spaces towards the left and right, your XPath will break. So I prefer this XPath in this case. I'll just bold it out. This XPath I prefer. Then what if I'm using a contains method? Double forward slash a of contains of inside this you can use text method comma within single quotes you can use just a partial text like this. There will be no any error. Then what if see, I'll just show this XPath to you as well. 1 out of 1 result. What if for the same XPath above, if I use normalize hyphen space, yes, contains of normalize hyphen space method comma. Whenever you are using contains, you have to separate it by using comma, not the equal symbol. Within single quotes, I'll just use the single word. Of course, this will also work. You can choose any of the XPath according to your own convenience, but trust me, whenever you are writing a XPath without using contains, then please go for normalize hyphen space to avoid some extra spaces towards the left and right. the compiler or else the browser itself will ignore the spaces towards the left and right. And whenever you are using a contains method, you can go for using by using the text method itself. No need of using this normalize hyphen space. So these two XPaths are preferred. I have highlighted them and I will just make it a little bit bigger. These two XPaths are preferred. Please practice.